when you say that I don't see Alexis, then you lied. Shannon, you can't trust anybody and nobody can trust Shannon. Don't trust anybody. Don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Except for Heather Dubrow. trust Heather Dubrow.
I know on this show, the way they talk about certain people, like you can't trust Tamra, you can't trust Tamra. True, but you can't trust anybody here. No. Everyone's going to stab each other for a better seat at the reunion.
It's the point of the show.
Right.
That's why we watch it.
You know what Jen's doing on this show? And this is why I'd call her weak or a beta. She is playing to survive.
Yes.
Jen's just trying to stay on the show. In a game of Housewives, you play to win. We gonna stir it up and do things our way. So if you wanna move, get out of our way. Hey.
No, hello from Amsterdam. I tried looking up how you say, hello in Dutch, and it's hello or hi.
Or it's have 2 almonds, chew them very slowly.
Exactly. Oh man. Well, we're still they did what I was afraid they were going to do this episode.
Wait, they don't know we're talking Orange County.
They totally know what we're talking about.
I just dropped a Yolanda Hadid joke.
No, you guys know we're talking Orange County. You clicked on it because either you're new here and you're like, you saw the title and you saw the wonderful graphics that I make and you knew it was Orange County, or you're a subscriber and it popped up and it automatically is in your feed and it's like, hello, it's new. And so yeah. But anyway, yeah, we're talking Orange County, episode 19. They're still in Amsterdam, but they did what I hate. And what I thought that they were going to do, because, they showed us a preview and I was like, I was like, they better not put all the dramatic bits that they show us in the preview at the very effing end of the episode. And that's what they did. But even worse, they didn't even put the dramatic bits in this episode. They only put one little bit in there in this episode, which was Gina and Emily talking about the horrible thing that Gretchen does. So
yeah, they're stretching this out. They're trying to get their mileage out of this trip.
I mean, it's, what I will say, it's at least better than Love is Blind Denver, who is really trying to stretch out the episodes. I was like, nobody got married. Hooray. To be honest with you, I'm so happy about that. I've been waiting for a season when nobody gets married. So I'm just like, and they gave us one episode on Wednesday with no reunion right afterwards. And I was like, that was a mistake, especially because the big bombshell that they want dropped got leaked to I think the Sun. So I was like, you guys got scooped because you wanted to try to drag this out. I was like, no. Anyway. All right. Back to Orange County. Sorry.
Yeah. The opening scene of this Orange County, I caught something. And I love how it opens with Shannon waking up in her hotel room. Oh, I had a space muffin. She never knows what it is. She's never seen a drug. Oh, she's just so. And she said,
she didn't live in LA in the 80s. No.
Yeah. And she's talking about how her face is puffy. It must have been that space cake, that weed edible. And I'm like, yeah, drinker. And without even knowing, a couple minutes later, when we get to the part in the hotel bar, yeah, she was downstairs drinking with them. She's like, oh, it must have been the weed. It must have been the Tylenol that caused me to swerve into that house with Archie in the car.
Temporary Tylenol-induced driving autism made me swerve into a car.
Yeah, I was like, no one's buying. Before I even saw that she was at the hotel bar, I put in my notes, that's not from weed.
Yeah. No. We know how unpuffy we are after a night of heavy weed use. That's one of the advantages of not drinking and just of being California sober.
Yeah. So that was, I was like, Shannon. We should start calling her Shanners.
Shanners.
The Gretchers will not go away, that name.
No, it
Keep
won't.
using it.
It won't.
It's spread. It's not just Emily in this episode.
Can we just call her like Gretch? Kind of like
Yeah.
Gretch. It makes me want to retch. Makes me want to retch.
The only good Gretchen I know, her father invented toaster strudel.
The only Gretchen. The only Gretchen we're talking about. Worth
Yeah.
worth her worth her frozenness. I will say Emily and Gina's messy room gives me anxiety. I'm just like, I can't. I'm just like, and I'm not the neatest person, but when I'm traveling, like I need to like put stuff away. I kind of become Lisa Rinna in a bit. Like I do sanitize everything, even the drawers, and then I put all my stuff away.
Oh yeah, no, I'm more like them. I don't let the maids in. I just order I call downstairs to order new towels to the door.
Just I don't necessarily let the maids in either, but like I just can't have my shit everywhere.
No, but I don't want them in because I'm ashamed. My room is trashed. That's what I mean. So then as I'm checking out, I put things into piles, like all the towels. I make it easy to clean up at the end, but day to day they don't need to see it. So.
Your shame spiral.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess shrooms is what really kicks it off.
I'm even more convinced that I need to go to Amsterdam with Heather. Like you get the penthouse, I get the trips to Amsterdam. Yeah. How about that? That's how we split custody of Heather Dubrow between the two of us.
I could see you guys from Amsterdam all the way at the 38th floor penthouse.
You can wave to us. And we'll be like, look, we could see him. But I think taking shrooms to go to that tulip fields is absolutely perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Like actually, shrooms in nature is the best. It is wasted staying indoors. Like go to nature. It's the best place. So yeah. I mean, and then Shannon showing off her full Spanx in the van. I was like, you've got to be joking with me.
What's the point of wearing them if you're telling people you're wearing them? Isn't the whole idea to give the illusion?
Right. I mean, it's to smooth things out. Like I've worn them a couple of times when it's a little too lumpy in whatever dress, and I just want a smooth, like clean line. You know what I mean? But I am not Spanx till I die because it's too much. It's just too much. But yeah, I mean, I didn't love Jen's point about it because I felt like it was too like guy centric of like what happens with a guy. But I also kind of agree with it. It was like. It's very like Bridget Jones. Like, do you wear the stomach holding in panties to get to your like sexy moment, or do you wear the little thong in case the sexy moment happens? Like, it's the give or take type of thing. So it's like, but I mean, look, if they make her feel happy, fine. I just kind of go, oh man.
Yeah, no. Jen brought up I agreed with Jen. Just it was like for authenticity, but I'm like, you're not. One, if you're telling everyone, you're ruining the illusion. And two, yeah, I mean, we see Shannon's not going to bars and bringing guys home like that. But I'm like, it is kind of like, I don't know.
It probably is so people don't. It becomes a shtick, and it also becomes a defense mechanism. People can't make fun of me for my weight if I make fun of it first. So if I make fun of myself wearing Spanx first, then I'm kind of controlling the narrative here.
Yeah.
That's how it reads to me. So yeah. But they do show, because they talk about the bar, they do show that Gretchen was basically lurking at the bar while Jenn, Shannon, and Tamra were partying and up at the bar. Which I found that was an interesting trio to be partying up at the bar. And then you just have like Gretchen sitting over in the corner. Just kind of like being creepy. I'm like, keep your hands above, the bar, Gretchen.
The vibe, once they pointed it out and they're showing the clips and like, it's creepy. It's like she just sits there and watches you. And then when they cut to the bar and I'm watching her at the end, sitting there watching them, it is creepy. And what it reminds me of is some like older guy who's put something in one of their drinks, or like they call it not even necessarily a roofie. Maybe that's too far. But those guys who go to like bars, they call it picking up loose change,
Yep.
waiting for the drunk girls at the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's just watching them. Like, will Tamra be so?
Yeah. I almost feel like she was waiting for one of them, but specifically Tamra, to like say something a little like off to like be able to use, you know what I mean? I mean, it just, I don't know. Cause she doesn't strike me as somebody who's like, I don't feel like going to sleep. I want to keep on partying, and then just sits there. Like, obviously the other three women went to bed or went to their rooms to hang out. So
yeah, this before I realized it was caught on camera, I was like, this feels like the part of the night where production's wrapped. You know, like on trips, they'll say, oh, we're going to bed. They're not really going to bed. They're saying we're out. Like, cameras off, mics off, leave us alone. This time, I guess maybe cameras weren't letting them go. I don't know. But
I don't know either. I don't know. Well, this is all like in the van that they're talking about this, in the two different vans. But then they're talking about Jenn, and Gina calls it. She says it pretty succinctly about Jenn, that Jenn is whoever everybody tells her to be. And I think this is another time in regards to Shannon and Alexis and that whole thing. And you know, they bring up, is Jenn going to Alexis's wedding or not? And is that because of Shannon or not? Granted, they have that confrontation at the lunch, the tulip lunch, so later on. But I was like, but yeah, I mean, it just, Jenn seems to be the flip-flopper here, the one who can't decide. Like,
oh yeah, she plays both sides. She survives on the kindness of strangers, you know.
yes.
That's how she gets by. I think that's why Gina is irritated by why Gina is irritated by Jenn, because in a way they stepped into the scene in similar positions. We watched Gina divorce and have to figure it out. She didn't divorce. It wasn't a lucrative divorce. She has to survive. Jenn's in the same position. They're on the same show. But Gina has become an adult, you know?
Yeah.
And she's watching Jenn make mistake after mistake. And I think that's why it irritates her, because they've been through the same thing. But Jenn is just choosing to live in like, and it's not like Jenn can afford to live in this fantasy land. It's not like, oh, she got this huge settlement and Gina didn't. No, Gina's like, listen, you dumb broke bitch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they talk about it later in the van on the way back about how they called out Jenn for basically making her entire Instagram about Ryan. And they're like, no, like this is where you can make a lot of money here. Why are you making it all about him? Like so she deleted like all this, right? Like, you need to make it about, and I was like, this is the best conversation that you guys can have with her, because she is like, she's losing money by trying to make herself a couple. And granted, there's more talk, because, you know,
I lit up at that, because that's like my field of expertise. And it's true. The way I put it to people on reality TV getting into it is, the salary, especially a show like Housewives, as generous as a salary can be, your lifestyle has to be a certain way. So the show salary, give or take, covers the lifestyle that's keeping you on the show. But what the show is doing is giving you the opportunity to make a ton of money on like Instagram and social media ads. So
yep.
yeah, she could start like, it's not hard for a housewife to match her salary in sponsorship deals if she's on top of it, or exceed even exceed it. But like they pointed out, Jenn is not managing hers correctly.
She just plays damsel in distress, and like, oh, a man's gonna take care of that for me. Like,
she could make more in a year than Ryan probably makes in a year off
completely.
Get one good, and she looks great. She could do fitness. She can do athleisure. She can do makeup. So I'm saying there's a lot of money in it.
And this is where I go, like, you really should listen to Gretchen on this. Like, they were making fun of Gretchen for taking pictures, like, oh, that's for content. I go, yeah, you can make fun of her for that, but that does seem to be the way that she has been supporting herself and her child and her non-husband.
Yeah.
Like at least she's been doing that, and at least she knows how to work it, and she seems like somebody who is a good person to like pick their brain about and how to make that happen. So yeah. Anyway, how did Shannon getting up on that horse by grabbing its the fact that they made an anatomically correct horse, plastic horse was a lot in the first place. And again, that's one of those things I was like, this is a shtick. This is a Shannon shtick to get up there. She's playing comedy Shannon this season. She's like, I'm not trying to be super dramatic. Last year was enough. Let's be light, fun Shannon. So.
Yeah. As soon as she's like, I'm gonna get up on that, I knew her brain. She was like, I see slapstick hijinks about to ensue.
Yeah.
Emily's commentary has been, her confessionals have been really good. When they get to the tulip field, and it's what was it? It's Shannon. It was Shannon, Gretchen, and Jenn Pedranti, and they've clearly formed some clique off to the side. She was like Shannon on that horse leading the way. She's president of the group.
The I Hate Tamra Club.
Yeah. Gretchen is the historian. If you want something brought up from 15 years ago, she has it in her phone. She was like, and I wouldn't make Jenn the treasurer. I wouldn't let her handle my finances.
She's just a member at large. While that happens, I don't know. I think we just kind of like actually go into the lunch because this kind of like overlaps, because Gina's super high. She cannot stop talking, and she ends up stirring the pot about the whole Shannon and Jen's friendship and the Alexis hypocrisy of it all. And I'm kind of on the fence, because I'm like, well, yeah, Jenn should be friends with whoever she wants to be friends with. Shannon cannot dictate to her who she should be friends with. But I do think it is becoming quite obvious that Jenn is lying to Shannon about the depth of their friendship and how much she sees her. And that is the problem that Shannon has. It's like, I don't really, like, I do care that you talked to her, but I care that you are telling me but I really care that you are not telling me the truth of how much and how close you guys are. Because she's like, Alexis never talks about Shannon to me. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. It's just bullshit. Like, you're women of OC. Like, you're human beings. You're going to talk.
And we've seen Alexis. We've seen Alexis on the show. We've seen Alexis on podcasts. We've seen her on Instagram. She talks about Shannon a lot. Do we really believe that? Especially, and Jenn is a beta. Alexis knows she is going to be a sponge for anything you have to tell her. So,
well, and then Gina like just kind of keeps driving it further. This bus off the cliff. Like, she says that Jenn didn't even want the shower, which you could really see that kind of hit Shannon of like, wait a minute, what? Like, that seemed to hurt her. Actually, like, you could kind of see that. And of course, then Jenn, in my opinion, goes all like, Katie, why are you telling the truth to all these people? It very much reminded me of both the hot pot lunch and polygraph day. When Katie's like, when Katie's like, well, Jenn, like, Jenn, and she's like, what are you saying, Katie? Because she's like, Gina, why are you doing this? Like, why are you saying this? And I was like, Gina's like, wait a minute, what? Excuse me?
Yeah.
You told me this. Like, you told me a version of this. So
this whole thing, Gina, for someone who is super high, was super on point. And I was like, I've never taken shrooms without being like already drunk. No, I
Oh.
don't know. I don't really know what shrooms are like. So I was just like,
You can become very articulate on shrooms.
oh, okay.
Just shrooms. Yeah. It's
Because
great.
I was like, almost like this would have been, if this was Tamra, I would have been like, oh, she's brilliant. I was like, they didn't actually, I was like, Gina and Heather didn't actually take shrooms. They did this to let get everyone's guard down, and then they're going to hit them. They're going to be like, I'm so goofy. And here's exactly what you said. And
Yep.
I know it made me wonder. I was impressed by Gina here. She was really commanding the table.
No, because it almost like opens up your mind. It kind of clears out the fog and the clutter and the things
Mm,
that, like, not necessarily your inhibitions, but you go, no, this is the truth. And I see this clearly what happened. And now I'm repeating it because I don't have the whole, like, the chitter chatter in my head of, like, well, if you say this, this might happen. And if you say this, no, it's just like, boom. It's almost
mm.
like it's like cuts through everything. I, I did get the feeling that when Gina was like I went through a lot last year, Shannon. Like I went through all this stuff, and I was like, oh, Erica wants her pizza party. That's what this
Yeah.
is. Like Gina wants her. I was like, well, Gina, get engaged to Travis. Get engaged to Travis,
Mm,
and don't get married for forever, and that's fine. And Shannon will throw you a shower
mm.
for production's sake of announcing the next trip on season 20. How about that?
Yeah.
Like you're making a mountain out of molehill in my opinion, because we all know, because even though because we know that this shower was really a setup to announce the trip is what it was. So
Yeah.
like come on.
And I think what the underlying thing Gina was getting at too is that Shannon and Jen's friendship is an alliance. It's
Yeah.
strategic. Gina knows Shannon enough to know that Shannon isn't that friendly to these other people. It's only when she needs someone. And in the absence of Tamra as an anchor to her, she's going for the weaklings. No, beta. So she's watching this like, what would we have? Frickin' frack,
Yeah.
this bestie ship. And she's like, no, I don't buy it for a second.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I did enjoy when Emily got pissed off that Gina wouldn't shut up because Gina just kept like interjecting. She was like, shut up. And she's like, don't yell at me.
Yeah. They are good. Emily and Gina, as much as like I do not think they're top tier, and I've questioned many seasons, even parts of this, what are they doing on this show? This season, they've kind of been like, especially in the later half of the season, they've been like narrators and media,
Yes.
as they say in the after show for Emily, mediators. But they've been what they lack in story, person, everything. No, I'm joking. Ish. They do. They are moving the season along in a way that Lisa Rinna used to when she was useful. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, let's ask this question while we're here.
Mm-hmm.
On to the next story package.
Speaking of Lisa Rinna, have a PCP exclusive because yesterday we're recording this on Sunday. It'll come out on Monday. Unless you're on YouTube, it'll come out as soon as I can get it out. But Saturday, I was at my eye doctor's in Studio City, and afterwards I went next door to Trader Joe's to do a little grocery shopping. And on my way out, I saw Lisa Rinna walking in to Trader
What?
Joe's. Yes. Yes.
What?
She unfortunately was not wearing a bucket hat. But she was
Nope.
wearing like it was very much like, her dancing videos in a sense. She was wearing one of those like scarves on her head,
Mm-hmm.
and she had her big it was almost the it was almost the Keith Urban sunglasses, but it was that style of like big sunglasses. But
Mm-hmm.
I you just and she was wearing like all black from what I remember. But yeah, she went all black like workout outfit. So yeah, she walked in, and I almost yelled at her, "Unblock us, please."
Oh God, I've never crossed paths with her. I wonder what that would be like.
I mean,
I like my instinct would be to yell, "You're the biggest bully in Hollywood and everybody knows it."
I've crossed paths with her. I think this is maybe the third time, but like, and the two previous times were at Fryman Canyon.
Mm,
And one of those previous times she was with Kyle. Like they were on a walk together holding their
yeah.
Starbucks. So
That
yeah.
happened this weekend. I saw on Instagram.
What?
So Rinna was out around. So they were probably at Fryman.
They probably
It was in
were.
Kyle's Instagram story. Her, Teddy, and ran into Lisa Rinna on a hike. It would probably be there.
It was probably Fryman. Yeah. Yeah.
It may have
Yeah.
been the same day. Oh,
If it was
maybe
Saturday.
she was okay. If she was getting groceries, maybe she was coming from the hike.
She might have
I don't
been.
know.
Yeah. So there we go. I mean, look, this is when I say, like, you come to LA, you don't go to Hollywood or honestly, even Beverly Hills to go see the stars. You go over the hill to Studio City in Sherman Oaks to
Yeah.
the lake, and you go on a Sunday or a Saturday and you go grocery shopping. You do normal people shit. And that's
Yeah.
where you will see them. Like, honestly. All right.
Yeah.
Back to this. That's enough. That's enough.
Back to the other county.
Yeah.
The other.
Yeah.
No.
The other one. The lesser
I don't
county.
even know where. Gosh, you bring up something Beverly Hills related, and I like blank on everything else in this world. What are we talking about? Orange County, down the 405. Where am I? Okay, over to Holland.
I did think it was funny when they were in the hot tubs. And Tamra was driving. She was like, "I'm merging on the 405."
She understands. Yeah.
She gets it. Okay, sorry, but going back, when they're in the vans going from the tulips to the hot tubs, and then they have that conversation with Jenn about her Instagram and Gretchen's giving her like tips and stuff like that, which I approve of. But Gretchen then says like that she doesn't want to depend on a man. And I was like, I can't with you. Like, you want the benefits of feminism while at the same time actively throwing feminism under the bus. Like that's like, I just don't. Like, if you were just like, no, you should rely on a man to do all this stuff and like dress like, Polly Pocket all the time and, dress like a trad wife, like, and did all, then I'd be like, okay, fine. But like, you say she speaks out of both sides of her mouth, so that's why I don't trust like most of what she says.
What did Gina say towards the end? She's over 40 and she wears bows and
yes. Well, and I go, that's...
she goes, Gretchen is over 40 and still wears headbands and bows.
She was like, I don't think she would do this. And I go, that's exactly the type of person that would do this. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, that is like the stereotypical right there. Anyway. Okay, real quick. Those hot tubs, those hot tubs in the canals, I tried to get those on a show that I worked on like almost 3 years ago. Like, I tried to get them on it was a show called Snake Oil. It was on Fox, and it was like, so I tried to get those big hot tubs on the show. So when I saw them, I was like, I know these hot tubs. I know these people. I was like, I love these things. They're great.
It was giving to me. I was watching, and they're in their bikini. They look so, not just the bikinis and the drinks, which really look super American spring break, but they're wearing those message hats, which are those message trucker hats, which are straight out of like American Eagle, Hollister, 2006, 2007, when the show premiered, and my mind went straight back to the River House, to Vicky and Dawn's cast trips to the boat.
Yep.
That like real like.
I mean, you put it on our Instagram. And it was perfect, and like, it's great.
I was waiting for who was it? Vicky. Vicky's the one who gets the football to the face. Like, anyone along those canals could have looked at these people and been like, American.
Seriously. Well, and then when Emily was like giving out those hats, She literally proved my argument from a few episodes ago when I defended Heather and Heather's comedy, that these women think that dick and fart jokes are all comedy. That's what comedy is. But Heather just hammered the point in. I was like, that's exactly what it is. Like, Emily thinks that dick and fart jokes are what comedy is, but she doesn't. But Heather doesn't know what is funny. Like
Heather is like opening this episode. Her opening confessional was funny when she was like, I was so excited when I didn't have to travel with toddlers anymore, but then I met Shannon.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, no, she's funny.
Yup.
And not sucking up. I thought Terry was hilarious too. Once again, in his call, she's like, "Did people see you at the school?" He's like, "Don't people see me everywhere?"
That was good though. and the way she turned around the phone to the camera, it was like,
this is what I deal with. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Real.
Yeah.
When they're in the boats, and Shannon's like, I'm a skilled boater. She's like, I'm a skilled boater. Like, I grew up on boats. I was like, that's going on her tombstone. It's gonna be loving mother, USC grad, Real Housewife of Orange County, and skilled boater. Like, that's her tombstone, David Beador. Not that other shit you put on there 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. And she wasn't that skilled, I just have to say. She did it.
She was again literally leaning into her shtick of like, let's lean. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, let's take it more. But with
her blistered toe hanging up. It was really graceful. Really
super graceful. But this is where they show the flashback of Jenn telling Shannon at the cake decorating party, because she tells Shannon, she's like, I don't see Alexis. She's like, I don't really see Alexis. And then she says, I'm probably, when Shannon asks her if she's going to go to the wedding, she's like, probably not, Shannon. I know what it would do to us. And I was like, this is, when you say that I don't see Alexis, then you lied. Like, or you were like telling some version of the truth. Do you text with her all the time? Are you on the phone with her all the time? Like, is that what it is? I don't know. I'm kind of like, yeah, I was like, I'm just over, like, I'm like, just Shannon, you can't trust anybody and nobody can trust Shannon. Don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Except for Heather Dubrow. Trust Heather Dubrow. I
know on this show, the way they talk about certain people, like, you can't trust Tamra. True, but you can't trust anybody here. No. Everyone's going to stab each other for a better seat at the reunion or
it's
next
the point
season's
of the
contract.
Show.
Right.
That's why we watch it. Like,
yeah.
It's to see these like switching alliances every year. Mm-hmm. Like, you guys know, and that's the thing, is that's why we kind of like more seasoned players like Tamra, like, and I'm not saying like liking them personally, just liking them as like characters on the show. People like Tamra, like Heather plays it a little bit more neutral, but we do see her like slowly shift. But like Shannon, that they change who they like. It's not such a weird thing. At least Emily and Gina have always been friends with each other, and then they kind of they shift as a pair on who they're friends with and stuff. So
Jenn seems to switch her alliances within one sentence, within one conversation. Whoever's in front of her, she's gonna have to. You know what Jen's doing on this show? And this is why I also think I'd call her weak or a beta. She is playing to survive. Someone like Tamra plays to win. Mm-hmm. Jen's just trying to stay on the show. Anyone who will be nice to her, she'll be nice to them. But she's not playing to win. And that's, in a game of Housewives, you play to win.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's kind of floundering right now.
because she's on her third season.
And she still hasn't had. She's had drama. She's had all that, but she's not. I don't know. It's
I don't know
not.
either.
She hasn't ended anyone. She needs to end someone. It's like the mafia. If you want to be a made woman, a made housewife, you have to destroy someone's life.
I mean, she helped in Katie, but not in a.
She didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really count it.
Yeah.
Emily plays mediator between Gretchen and Tamra, and I'm just so over it.
Oh, this was a good one. This was a moment. Tamra's over it too. Mm-hmm. She's like, Emily's over it. Actually, Gretchen's the only one. Gretchen, this might be why Gretchen is having this panic attack. She realized she played it wrong. She played it too long. It's going on all season, and it's coming full circle. And that's what I wrote in my notes. Problem.
Oh. Which basically, I kind of wrote that because I was like, I kind of don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's just wait till we get there but yeah, I have a sense of that as well, of like, because like she kind of apologizes for the sleeping with the boy bander comment, and then and Tamra says, I thought we'd stop with these we'd stop talking about each other, but then of course production shows the flashbacks to 13 days after the agreement, and Tamra showing a pic of Gretch with the ex/stalker guy. I think his name is Jay. But I'm like, but at the same time, that is after but you were talking about mobs. It's like a mob war between these two women. Mm-hmm. It's like one of them does something and the other one retaliates, and then the other one retaliates in retaliation, and the other one retaliates in retaliation for that retaliation. And I'm just so over it. And Emily, though, kind of calls out Gretchen for perpetuating it, because Tamra keeps saying, like, you couldn't even let a week go by until you said something, until you said what you said up in Beverly Hills, at that sleepover. And I mean, it's interesting because also, like, Gretchen will agree. She'll be like, I'll agree to, like, okay, fine. Like, I agree, if Tamra can keep her mouth shut. And it's like, this isn't somebody has to put down their gun and then trust that the other one won't fire.
It's a conditional apology. What she's looking for is that I'm sorry, but you did this to me. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but I want an apology too. And it's never going to work that way. No. And it kind of, Gretchen kind of reveals how paranoid she is too. And where she says, Emily's like, she didn't say that about you, or I've never heard that. She's like, well, just because she's not saying it doesn't, like, it was just like, she's like, I'm just convinced she's saying it somewhere. It's just, I'm convinced I'm always on her mind. And yes. I loved when Tamra said, I don't talk about you. You're not relevant.
I mean, this is the funny thing, because I do say that these women, like, talk about each other and they are gossiping about each other constantly. But I do think that, like, if you have not been on the show for that long, you are not talking about that person all the time.
Right.
Like, Gretchen has not been on the show. And I think the only time that Tamra talks about Gretchen is when Gretchen has inserted herself into her life. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the thing, is that, like, yeah, I just don't think they're like, they're not back talking about, who is Sweet James's wife? Shit, why can't I remember her name? Oh, I'm gonna hit
James. Myself. Oh, Sweet James. Noelle Bergner.
Yes, Noelle. Like, I don't think that they're talking about Noelle all the time, and, like, some of the crazy shit that she did and said, because she's not on the show anymore. Like,
Gretchen has a main character mentality, except she's only a friend of. Mm-hmm. And she thinks for the past decade plus, they've just been waiting her for her to step back, and everything's frozen in time, and she's going to kick it off.
Well,
the relevant, like, was literally, like, in regards to the show, social media, you're not part of this story anymore. I'm sure Tamra hates her, and probably talks about her, but she's not part of her career anymore. Like, I don't think about you in that sense.
Yeah. And it's also like, I feel like Gretchen and Slade, like, they just sit around and stew about this stuff like all day long. And like, because also, Slade wants back on the show. He's got main character energy and he's just a side piece. Like even more so, like he's not even a friend of, he's a side piece. Excuse me, sir. I mean, although, I hate it when somebody I don't like says something I agree with. I mean, because Gretch, when she's in the confessional, she doesn't agree. She goes back on agreeing to like not talk about it because she's like, but she calls out Tamra. She's saying like, I don't believe Tamra has changed, because if she would have changed, she would have done it when she got baptized. I was like,
yeah,
we've talked about it before, but just like I said, but Gretchen's a wolf in sheep's clothing. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm sorry.
Heather made a comment that actually took me straight back to a reunion with Alexis, where she's talking to Gretchen about, Gretchen, like, it seems she's like, she almost slightly has had a realization, like maybe she is becoming just as bad as Tamra or whatever. She's emotional, and Heather's like, you have all these excuses, but when everybody perceives you a certain way, and then it trails off. And I was like, what she said to Alexis at that reunion, when everybody's saying you're dead, it's time to lie down. It was the same message. She was just giving it to Gretchen this time. Like, I know you think you're Jesus, but everybody's telling you you're
not. Yeah. When they leave that whole thing and then they're in the van and Gretchen gets very emotional, I just didn't understand it. I was like, is it performative? Is it jet lag? Like, is she tired? Because I mean, I can get like kind of emotionally cry, when I'm tired and I'm jet laggy. I mean, but the fact that then she's like too emotional to come to dinner, and I just was like, what is going on here? I just don't get it. And it wasn't until, and I know I'm kind of skipping ahead, although they just go to a food hall, and they're doing whatever around there. When she finally shows up, like 2 hours late, of course, right as they're like talking about her, but or at least editing basically makes it seem like she showed up right as they're talking about her. Like, her emotions and like, and her words keep confusing me. Like, I watched it like 3 times. I was like, I'm confused. I'm not buying it. Like, something is very off. And then she's like, if I've been bashing you for 12 years, if you put an if at the beginning of an apology, that doesn't make it an apology. Like, if you feel bad, if I did that, no.
It's a conditional.
It is conditional. But I think that she's along the lines of what you were saying. Like, I feel like she is afraid that she's lost this battle. And because all the other women are kind of turning against her in a nice way, but she could feel it because they're trying to make her and Tamra be okay together. And so she feels that she's lost.
Before this, what gets her, when she's getting ready to come down, she disappears up to the room and calls Slade, and Slade's telling her to let it go. He's like, if Tamra's willing, and I put in my notes, Slade wants a second season. I think maybe he's the one who had the talk with her, like, it's turning, you took it too far, now we need to like stop. It was supposed to end at them hating Tamra. This campaign has come full circle.
Yeah, that's what, like, I was like, there definitely was some texting before that phone call happened. And obviously there's been texting the entire time. And so it is very surprising. Like, yeah, it's one of those things where you retreat in order to advance. And I think that's what Slade is like, you have got to retreat in order to advance. So you have to like pull back. But but that's the problem though with Gretchen. She still refuses to retreat as much as she needs to, because that whole like if thing, like, no. But I just feel, she just is like, she feels defeated.
That must be it. Because I was gonna say, what kind of act was that? The way she comes downstairs emotionally gutted, like someone had died.
Yeah.
It was just, it was too much. But maybe you're right. Maybe it's the defeated.
I
'Cause
mean,
I
I
was
still
like,
think it's manipulative, though.
yeah, yeah. Because I wasn't buying that. She just looks gutted in a way, like someone died,
Mhm.
something really. And we're talking about arguing over what Facebook comments from 2011. Like, so I was like, this is a bit much. But yeah, that might make sense. She realized her holy war.
Her spirit guides are telling her, I was like, wait a minute, you have spirit guides? I thought
Isn't that kind of a Wiccan, or then she switched it to guardian angels?
Exactly. I was
pagan.
like,
Is that the like?
it's
I don't know
like
the words.
pagan. It's native. It's like all these. Like I'm like, what are you? What again? She's using whatever she can to try to like ingratiate herself with like Gretchen is a woman who doesn't really know who she is.
Yeah.
She thinks she does. But she doesn't.
She's always those costumes. She's in character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny. Like before she gets there, Gina and Heather are trying to convince Tamra that Gretchen is remorseful, but Tamra is not buying it at all. And I was like, Tamra's so harsh, and it's so hard for me to be sympathetic to Tamra, and I'm not sympathetic, but I agree with her. I just don't think either one of them should trust either one of them, and just leave it alone. Like, I do feel that like Shannon has taken the best road when it comes to dealing with Tamra this season.
Keep her at arm's length, but not away. That means not your guest of honor, but you're still friendly, but not friends.
Exactly. You kiss them hello, you invite them to things, you get along, you have a drink with them, whatever. Like it, in that sense, it is the retreat to advance type of thing. Like, you let them feel that they're kind of winning with you, but you just keep them, but you get to decide how close they get to you.
Yeah.
And Shannon's playing that game, and I support that one. Do it.
I think what Gretchen, I think, wanted was some triumphant return where she takes down Tamra Judge. She wanted some like running LVP off Beverly, some moment that she, and it fell flat.
I think her return, and I think Alexis's is really good warning shot, and should be studied by any other housewife who is going to be returning to their franchise if they've left. Like, let's say if Dorinda came back to Roni or something like that, watch the way that those two played it wrong. Like, what all did they do wrong? How did they press too hard? Like, how did they do these things incorrectly? And that's the way to shoot yourself in the foot when it comes to not only your other castmates, but also with the audience.
Yeah. I could see it. Dorinda's a great example because having seen her on these spin-offs, like Girls Trips and stuff, she does get caught in the past. Absolutely. Comes in too hot, and you're like, wow, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
That pause, those pauses. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. And with this show, on this show, you had, this is more for newbies, but you mentioned Noelle and even Katie last season coming in for a top dog. Just you've been at one dinner with Heather, and you know her whole story, and you have evidence and witnesses. Too strong.
Yeah.
Let it. Yeah.
Yeah. Come in there and try to be friends with everybody. Like be friends, have a little fun drama with some stuff, but like, second season, then you can start pulling that shit out.
Maybe Jennifer Pedranti's the one with the damning evidence that will take all the top tier ones out. Slow and slow, sweet, and
I mean, maybe she's really playing all of us. I don't know, but it just yawned when I said that, so probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't see that flicker in her eye, that like, oh, she knows, she's in on the joke. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Those eyes are hollow. Those eyes are empty.
Oh, okay. Well,
But-
we finally get to the beginning of the meat of what will be the finale episode.
Yeah.
I'm already tired.
Yeah. Well, so what we're getting is a teaser. We're getting the teaser from the teaser that's been teased all season.
Yeah.
But what it is it's a Gina dives into it, prepping us. She's been kind of the narrator in transitional scenes. She's done voiceovers. Next week, we're going to find out that Tamra's had these not texts, what are they? Instagram posts, offensive or controversial. No, yeah, they're bad Instagram posts. And Gretchen has been liking them, commenting on them.
Yep. They're, well, yeah. And basically, I guess a previous, they had been brought up. Basically, they're screenshots of some posts that were homophobic and transphobic that Gretchen liked and commented on. And this came up around that time. And so the thing is that I was like, God damn it, why did Tamra have to be the one to show Gina? And Gina says it. She's like, look, she was coming after Gretchen for like what, but that's the thing, is that like Tamra has a file. We know this by now. Tamra has a file. She won't open it unless you attack her first. Like, she'll keep it hidden. Like, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's true. Like, that's what it is. But it is not something, but this isn't like something that happened a decade ago. This is something that happened this year, like within the, you know, and anyway, I mean, I think the main thing is that it's like, she knows how much this will hurt Heather. Like, I think it offends a lot of the women on the cast, but I think it's like, oh, you just stabbed Heather in the back.
Yeah. Over her kids.
Over her kids.
That scene has been teased kind of throughout. We had it in the trailer and stuff, but when I saw Heather screaming at her, I knew what it was about. I was just, because Heather does not lose composure like that. That was about her kids, and I knew you can do the math with where Gretchen's coming from and what would trigger Heather that way. So yeah. Do you think she's gonna be sent packing? So Gretchen is last see at the reunion. Even though she was a friend of, and friends of often are, she's had more screen time than most main cast members at this point this season, and to still make it to last see. And I'm guessing maybe this will be the closing of ranks. I don't know.
We'll see. I mean, like, when I feel very strongly about something, I'm willing to put that opinion out there, but I just don't feel strongly enough.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking it out now, and I'm like, we'll see. But I mean, of course, they give you the dramatic 2.5 second moment where they basically they make it appear like she's kicked out of the shuttle. You need to leave this car now. And I'm like, oh.
I mean, look, I think like, I mean, I'm gonna bring in another franchise in here, but on Miami, I do think that Julia's actually on thin ice, and the reason, like, she brought up the whole like I was sleeping with Adriana thing was in a way to maybe help issues with her wife Martina Navratilova being anti-trans and also anti-surrogacy, and because that is something that obviously Andy Cohen, he's used surrogacy for his 2 children. And so it's like, you know, I'm not, and Andy Cohen, listen, some people think that Andy Cohen is the end all be all when it comes to making decision on Housewives shows. And he is not. No. Does he have a strong voice? Absolutely. But there's a lot of people. There's a lot of faceless people with very big names at Bravo and NBC
And-
Universal.
And something I think people will be surprised to hear. I know they're like Andy, the way he plays women against each other, and he is their boss. The main decision making Wizard of Oz behind the Bravo is a woman.
Yeah. So like, you know, he can have a say, and he can have like, people will kind of like, cast members can pander to him. But it's also in a way that's a way of pandering to the audience too.
Mhm.
So I could see, you know, Julia trying to secure her spot, to try to keep her spot, because she did. I have so many thoughts about Julia, but this is about the OC. So I could see, you know, really Gretchen trying to walk things back to try to keep her spot. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they'll decide. You know, it's a very, in a lot of ways, it's a very different situation from Alexis and Shannon. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see how it plays out.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least they have us excited for next week.
I know.
That's good.
I mean, honestly, it's the most excited I think I've been for a finale episode in a very long time.
Yeah.
On OC. So yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah. On that note,
wow.
How do we transition this into begging them to subscribe? Oh wait, I did.
She's just happened so naturally.
Yeah, make sure to click subscribe, click follow, click share.
Tell your travel agents about us, your Dutch tutors, your French tutors, your math tutors, your
shroom dealers.
Yeah. Ooh, tell us about
I'm still recovering from Lenny from last week.
Oh,
So I
Get
don't
over
really
it.
Want her, I don't really want her listening, but a like's a like, a listen's a listen. So
I'll take Lenny. Give us Lenny.
You and Heather can go visit Lenny in Amsterdam. Terry and I will be in the Century City penthouse making dad jokes and admiring ourselves.
That's perfect.
See,
Heather, we've got it all planned. We've got our Pretty Corrupt podcast / Dubrow fantasy suite event planned. Oh, let's do this. All right.
On that note, do you know goodbye in Dutch?
Tot ziens.